I'm creating my second Mind movie today. I made one a few years back, and I feel like, in a lot of ways, in not ways that I was expecting, but in a lot of ways, I am living that type of life that I was mind movieing about, doing the mind movie. I don't know the verb for it, but watching the mind movie, I guess, because right, that's what you're doing. Some of you are like, "What are you even talking about, Ryan?" Some of you know, but it's basically it's a vision board, but it's like a music video version, right? Because you look at a vision board and then you conjure up the emotional state that you want, like that you're like you own whatever it is, like that is the world you're living in. Like yeah, but with a music video, when you pick a song that makes you feel good already, right? Because some songs you don't even they just do it. They make you feel good. You're not even trying to. You're like, this feels good, and so you attach a song like that to the images. And then when you're watching, now not only you're trying to conjure the emotions, it's easier because you're already like, right? And so then it kind of puts you in that headspace easier. And then every morning, for instance, you start your day in that way where you're just like, this song gets me pumped. And then you see the images, you're like, yeah, that is me. Even a little delusional way. But you're like, yeah, that is me. I'm living that life. That is amazing. Because at the very least, and then you go back to like not that right after that, and you're like, right, I do want that. So then you get on the steps towards that, whatever that is, right? You're like, I do want that. Because every single day it's sort of like rubbing in your face that you don't have that. And sure, maybe for other people that's not what they're focusing on. But for me, that's what works. I got a little delusional. I'm like, yeah, this is the life and I'm doing the things that I want. And then when that experience is over, and I'm like, and so well, better get to working. Um, and that's why I think that's one of the reasons, let alone talk about neuroplasticity and whether you're the quantum field and shifting your realize whatever other words you want to get into. You don't even have to think about that. You simply think about the fact that, right, if you're here and it's not where you want to be, and then you make a representation of there where you do want to be, and then you watch it all the time as if you are there and be like, yeah, I am here, and then you go back to being here and you're like, don't love this so much. I think if anything, you take more steps towards there, and at least you're working towards there, as opposed to being like, still here one more day. So that's why I'm doing my second Mind movie. I already got the song, "It's a Beautiful Morning" by the Rascals, because it's such a it's such a great way to start. If you go on a hike or a walk or a little skateboard jaunt and it's beautiful outside, and you put that song on, it's a good moment, right? It's never a bad moment. I mean, it could be a bad moment if like an animal was like attacking you or something, or some dude, because it's always some dude, right? Then sure you could have a bad moment. But what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying though. Like generally, if it's a normal moment and you put that song on, it doesn't make the moment worse. That's what I'm saying. It makes it better. It's a better moment. God, always trying to argue with me about things. Just you know what I'm saying. So yeah, and now I gotta pick the pictures. I got my song, and I gotta pick the pictures. I don't know if I'm gonna do the whole song, but it's kind of weird to end a song mid song. So I guess I do got to do the whole song, and that's part of it. I got to do the whole song. So do I have the same pictures for the chorus, or should it? And this is why it's taking some time, because you got to make it officially. It's kind of easier to do a vision board. I think you just cut out a bunch of things and you keep gluing them. You're like, yeah, I have this one. Whereas this, I could start a file maybe. Maybe I don't have to finish it today. Maybe I start a file, and then I'll consider the length of the song. That's what I did before, right? The length of the song, and then how long I want generally each photo to be, and so then how many photos I need, and I'll create an album with that many photos. And then I used iMovie years ago, but I guess I could use like CapCut this time, or something like that. Yep, 4 minutes. I don't know. You don't have to be watching it, so whatever.